What happens to sperm within 24 hours after it enters a woman's body? Hello everyone, I'm Tutu. If you were sperm, you would start from your warm hometown with 600 million brothers. When you first rushed into the vagina, it was like falling into an acidic hell. The pH value in the vagina is only 3.8 to 4, which is more acidic than white vinegar. Your alkaline cell membranes will sizzle and bubble as soon as they come into contact with it, like baking soda poured into a vinegar jar. The alkaline substances in the seminal plasma rush to save the scene like a team of firefighters frantically neutralizing the acid, but half of the brothers dissolved on the spot, leaving only 300 million survivors, struggling to move forward in the sticky body fluid. Do you think you're safe after passing through the vagina? The gate of hell of the cervix is even more ruthless. The mucus at the cervical opening is usually like jelly, but during ovulation, it will become a slide with a maze with micron-sized grooves on the surface. Some channels are blocked by immune proteins, and some contain acid traps. 99 of sperms, they crash into the mucus like insects trapped in spider silk and can't get free even if they shake their tails desperately. Only about 5 million to 3 million smart sperms can follow the navigation signals of glucose and enzymes in the mucus to find the tiny gap leading to the uterus. These signals are like the GPS of a mobile phone map. Only those that can be accurately identified can squeeze through the pinhole-sized uterine opening. The rest can only be trapped in the mucus forever and slowly decomposed and absorbed. Just as you rushed into the uterus and breathed a sigh of relief, you saw a group of white killers rushing over. The white blood cells in the uterus, like patrolling security guards, swallowed any outsiders they saw. They rely on identifying the glycoprotein markers on the surface of sperm. Abnormal or insufficiently active ones are directly swallowed alive, leaving only the strongest hundreds of thousands to continue moving forward. What follows is an anti-human marathon. The distance from the uterus to the ampulla of the fallopian tube is only 20 centimeters, but it is equivalent to a human swimming 7,200 meters in a viscous liquid. You have to use the drill-style swimming style, with your tail rotating clockwise to drive your body forward in a spiral, which is 30 more labor-saving than ordinary tail swinging. However, those who swim in the wrong style will soon be exhausted and spinning in place, trapped in mucus and waiting to die. The most exciting thing is the fallopian tube gamble. There are two fallopian tubes on the left and right, and only one hides the egg. Choosing the wrong one is equivalent to being sentenced to death. You have no eyes, and you rely entirely on the chemical signals released by the fallopian tube to smell the direction. Mature eggs will release follicular fluid, and the progesterone and chemicals in it are like perfume, guiding sperm to approach. But the signal is so weak that it is equivalent to smelling perfume at the other end of the football field. Most sperm choose sides randomly, and those who choose the wrong one will swim directly into a dead end and slowly lose vitality in the folds of the fallopian tube. In the end, only about 200 chosen ones can rush into the correct fallopian tube to meet the ultimate challenge, the two layers of armor of the egg. The outer corona radiata is composed of granulosa cells, like a dense thorn bush. The inner zona pellucida is a hard shell composed of glycotropins, which is 3 times thicker than your head. When 200 sperm surround the egg, the real siege battle begins. You use the biochemical drill on your head acrosomes to decompose the intercellular matrix of the corona radiata like a group of miners digging tunnels. The first batch of sperms ran out of energy as soon as they scratched the skin and sacrificed heroically. The second batch continued to dig until the gap was torn. After breaking through the corona radiata, your head hit the zona pellucida and immediately released acrosomes to dissolve glycotropins, forming a small hole with a diameter of microns. At the moment you drilled the hole, the egg felt the contact signal, and a zinc ion storm instantly erupted on the surface, like a circle of northern light. The zona pellucida quickly hardened, blocking other sperm from the door. At this time, the egg began to be strictly selected. The receptors on the cell membrane were used to check the integrity of your DNA. If the chromosomes are abnormal or the genes are defective, they will be directly rejected, and the cell membrane will never open. Only sperm with perfect indicators can be absorbed into the egg body. The probability is so low that it is terrifying. Out of 300 million sperms, only one will successfully combine in the end, with a winning rate of 0. 4. Some of the failed brothers were swallowed by white blood cells. Some remained in the fallopian tubes and slowly died, and some were excreted from the body with the next menstruation. But don't forget that without the successive canine fodder to consume the egg's defense, the final winner would not be able to break through. The birth of each life is a miracle paved by 300 million deaths. The fact that you can come to this world is a chosen one beyond probability, and it is worth saying to yourself, I am really awesome.